Today's show, let me write that down. Today's live stream is about three things. If you haven't read the title, number one, I'm talking about my time versus money. The second thing that I will be discussing this live stream, which, I was struggling with, is that I love talking about coins. So we'll be talking about coins that we'll be viewing under the microscope. So we'll be viewing coins under the microscope. Okay. And the third thing that we'll be talking about today is, guess what? Coin rings. I cannot do a live stream and not talk about coin rings. So today's live stream will be my time versus money. Number two, viewing coins. All right, make sure I put that under the microscope. And number three, you got it, coin rings. Okay, guys, welcome. This is JT. If you've never been to my channel before, I talk coin rings and all things precious metals. Today, I want to talk about things that I just mentioned. And it's simple. Let's start off with number one, my time versus my money. Today, I just got off of work and I had a thought. When you work, you put the hours in, you get paid your hourly wage, you put your 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, 12 hours, depending on your profession. You punch out and go home. And it made me think about this, the dollar, okay? This is what I'm working for. But let's take a trip back in time, okay? We got this right here. What is this? Okay, don't rush in telling me. I know this is not a trick question. This is the dollar. Okay, now look at it and look at it closely. What do you see? Let me tell you. You see the United States of America. You see that it says $1, means $1 denomination. It's a certificate, a silver certificate, right? All right, so we got that right there. Now, it says this, $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. All right, so who we got? We got a 1964 quarter. All right. We have a 1958 quarter. Okay. We have here a 1957 quarter. All right. And we have a 1943 quarter. At one time in United States history, when you went to the bank, you could give this dollar certificate, or they call it a silver certificate, and you would receive 4 quarters, each 90%. Okay? You worked, you received money that was backed by something. You can put something in your pocket that was worth something, intrinsic value. So you could go to work and feel like, hey, I have something real, something tangible in my pocket. Unlike, let me erase this. Just 1 second. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Unlike this dollar, pay attention. What? Pay attention. $1. This one here you can give to your bank. and you say, hey, I need 4 quarters, you will receive these. These quarters. These quarters here are not silver. They're what you call clad, right? Cool designs, but guess what? These have absolutely no intrinsic value. They're backed by the government. You work your 8 hours, your 10 hours, or maybe your 12-hour shift. You put these coins in your pocket because you need them to go to the laundromat, maybe put some coins in the meter, and you realize I put the same amount of work in that maybe my dad did, his 8 hours, 10 hours, or maybe 12-hour shift. But back in his day, his dollar was backed by something real. Say, for instance, Dad kept his coins, kept his silver, passed them on to me, and now I have them in my possession. This is what my dad worked for, okay? Real money. Not just backed by the government, but also intrinsic value, right? Silver. I work for the dollar. In God we trust. And I have 4 coins. It's probably worth, or took maybe 2 cents to 10 cents maybe to make. It's worth nothing, right? So the point I'm trying to make is we put our time in and we receive money that's backed by nothing but a promise, right? Now, I get off of work today. Just got finished doing my 8 hours. And I thought about some things that I need. First thing, I get into my car and I realize I'm going to need a new car in a couple months. Now, I don't believe in financing cars. I really like paying for my cars straight up. And because I don't like to pay monthly payments. But unfortunately, because of the price of cars today, because of inflation, I'm going to pay more for a used car. And I don't have that type of money saved up. So even though I worked my 8 hours, I'll receive my pay. I'm going to have to either, if I don't have the savings, I'm going to have to finance a car. Now, interest rates is high. So I got to think about that. That's some of the things I got to take care and think about when you work. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure you also out there have to do the same thing. No complaints. It's part of life. When I came into the house today, I had to feed my pet, which I have a cat named Queenie. But then my daughter came in and said, Dad, I got to make a decision. I got to make a decision. Mom said I got to get rid of one of my pets. I don't know if it's going to be the rabbit, the dog, or my cat. Why? Because it costs to take care of all those animals, right? You have to buy litter, food, got to groom them, got to take them to the vet. It costs. And believe me, their price is going up as well. I had a cat who had an issue in the family. And guess what? It was a $3,000 operation. Okay? In a couple years, I'm looking to purchase a house. There we go. I'm going to have to put time and energy to save up the deposit, the down payment. Now, we talked about, if you're listening to the news now, you're looking at the presidential election, more money is being thrown at problems, which is going to help raise inflation even higher. At the age of 50 that I'm at now, do I buy a home or do I buy an investment property? I'm going to have to find some way to increase my savings, my retirement, and my investments. So this is where I'm coming at. So that's why the first part of this was called my time versus my money. And I am. So let's go straight to the chat. Thank you all for being here this morning. Number one, thank you for hitting the like button. I really appreciate you. Okay. We have Marge Connor said, what happened though? Well, for the first example that I made, it was inflation, time value of the dollar. You'd rather have the dollar today because next year the dollar won't be able to buy the same things that it can buy today. The purchasing power will decrease. Now, just like Stephen M. stated, do both. House with a rental suite. That's a great idea. At 50, I'm looking at something that I can do for the next anywhere from 12 to 15 years. And if I choose to retire at 65 or 67, I can sell the property and then use that for the rest of my retirement. I don't think I want to dedicate 30 more years and paying a mortgage. So that's a good idea. Time versus the money that you have. When your money is short, you have to find ways in order to increase it, right? Now, I want to say I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's just something that I wanted to talk about today. 3 things that I have to worry about: homes, also trying to get a new car or a used car, preferably. My last car, I paid straight out cash. This was right during the pandemic. Well, that car is running thin right now. So that's one of the things that I'll be focusing on getting before the end of the year. And got to take care of my pets. My daughter came up with a scenario. She had to get rid of one of her pets. Why? Because it costs to take care of all 3. you know? All right, so that's my dilemma. Let me go to the chat to read the comments. The Chad, finance. Trudeau made sure mine is gone. Question for you. I've got a pretty low credit score, and I recently discovered pay-to-pay lending. Any experience? First of all, I'm sorry to hear about that. All I can say for the low credit, try your best to pay off what you can pay off, charge off what you can charge off, call your creditors to see can you get on a payment arrangement. In due time, your credit will increase. Just practice your due diligence. I don't have any experience in that type of lending. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. Stephen M. stated, my dad retired and got a bigger house in a smaller town that has a school, rents out the basement to students, and the house was affordable, but he's far from the family. That's kind of a bummer. Well, your father did a smart thing by buying a home that he could also rent out. So he at least getting help paying down that mortgage. But unfortunately, like you said, he lives too far away. I know that is an unfortunate circumstance. The Chad says peer-to-peer lending. Yes, I mean peer-to-peer lending. I don't have any experience with peer-to-peer lending, but people who can't get regular financing is probably in their advantage. It'd probably be in their best interest if they could find peer-to-peer lending, someone who can give them a low interest rate, who will not hold it against them that they have a low credit score. When I first started doing my coin rings, I had a good friend who lent me some money to buy some equipment that I needed. And it was easy. I sat down and gave him a call. He told me, he gave me terms of the agreement, and we agreed upon them. And voila, he gave me the money. It was a small loan, but I paid for it over 12 months. So I guess that's my example of the peer-to-peer lending. Marge Carter says, what or who stopped silverbacking? Marge, in 1964 was the last of silver being used in the U.S. coinage for circulated coins. Richard Nixon stopped the backing of gold. So our dollar no longer was backed by gold. These silver certificates in 1957, we had them. By the end of the Nixon administration, there were no more backing by silver and gold. Okay, we start using the petrodollar. Our dollar was backed by that agreement, which we know that 50 years just passed, and we no longer have that agreement. Hope that answered your question. Stephen M., a guy I knew got a prepaid credit card to improve his poor credit. That's one way to do it, or you had to get a credit card with sometimes you have to put like a secured backing on it. Like some credit cards allow you to put money down, and then they will you make the payments on the monthly payments, and they will give that information to the credit bureau, and that helps as well. But good luck on that. I know that oh too well because I'm in the process of getting things in order as well so I can get my investment properties. Yeah, but that is the first thing I wanted to discuss. I hope that this conversation was helpful. I just wanted to share based off of what we experience when our dollar is worthless, and the time we're still using human resources, working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. And our dollar that we have in our pocket, if we keep it in the bank, it continues to lose interest, right? If you don't put it in an investment that you can get some type of return, even down to a 5% return, 6% return, 8%, maybe even 20, depending on the market. You need something to increase, in order to get these things, because when I buy this car, it's going to come with an interest. The car's going to be worth more. So but the car will decrease in value. So I want to hurry up and pay for that car, so I'm not paying an arm and a leg for it. And for my house or my investment property, I will have to pay based off the interest rate as well. I'm going to have to keep a tenant in there. I'm going to have to create a savings for that investment. Also, if anything goes wrong, for repairs. So I have some work to do. Got some work to do. And to the pet, well, sometimes you got to step back in order to go forward. So when I have the conversation with my daughter this morning, I'm going to let her know, hey, maybe one of the pets need to go. And you can focus on the other two that you have at home. And it's more manageable in time and also in expenses. Time versus money. I believe in a minimalist lifestyle. I'm trying to decrease all of the waste, all of the clutter that I have in my life. I don't really want any major commitments when it comes down to finances, really, other than my goals of having an investment property so I can prepare for my later years. But everything else, I'm really cutting out and living my day-to-day in a minimalist attempt, at least. Not so that I'm throwing away everything, but my subscriptions, what I do with my time, my home, I'm really trying to cut back. So you got to do what you have to do. You got to do what you got to do. All right. But that right there, guys, is what I wanted to discuss. The first one was my time versus my money. Anyone have any questions? Anything they want to share? Put it in the comments. Okay. All right. The next part of what I want to do is look at some coins that I have under my Tom Law microscope. Let me know if you have one of these in your possession. You know, it's pretty cool. All right, let's go above. Mike Burton says rates are crazy right now. Not to say everything is expensive, as I get that. You're absolutely right. The rates are absolutely crazy. And it will keep people from buying, you know, because you won't be able to afford to pay double for a home and so much, you know. Who wants to put so much into a property like that, you know, or purchase a car? You really have to be careful with how you spend your money. You got to make sure your dollar stretches, and you need enough to put away for later years. You need enough money to put away for 3 to 6 months. You also want to put away for retirement. You want to put away for investments. You know. All right, I got a couple coins here that I wanted to share. Let me know if you have these in your collection. This one here is from New Zealand, okay? And this is a 1934 50% silver coin. All right? It's called a sixpence. Mike Burton said, it's crazy. $110,000 for a brand new truck is wild. That's absolutely bat crazy. But that's what is going out there. And when the 2025 cars come on the lots, are the used cars going to go down in price? You know, dealerships are not getting rid of cars. I'm seeing reports of people getting repossessions. What's going to happen? You know? Cobra. I bought 2010, my house worth a little more than 3 times what I paid, but I won't sell to them to pay higher. I missed that window back before rates starting to go up. You're right. If you had the opportunity to buy your house at a 1.2%, don't you dare sell your house when interest rates are 6.5 to 7%. I understand unless you have to move because of a job, move out of the city. I don't know, but hold on to your house if you can. You know, it's to get rid of something like a home that you pay low interest, to jump into something new with this high interest. I can't see that as a good idea to do so. You know, I'm only thinking about anywhere from 15 years from now. What can I do to increase my money? I can't leave it in the bank. I do put my money in precious metals, but it will not grow to the rate that I need. Growing to the rate that I need, you know, even if I put them in metals. But I do want to park a certain percentage in metals, but I need to put it in investments as well. So that's my plan, but I have to really do some research. Okay, I'm going back to the comments. It says, Cobra, unless I move out of the country. That's true. You have a lot of people who are looking at that option, because you can take the money you make here, especially if you can work remote and go to a country and get more bang for your buck. Okay. Mike Burton says, I got into gold when it was $1,300. Wow. You're a smart man, Mike. Smart man. JT, metals are good for the long term, minimal gains or losses. Absolutely right, Cobra. I do agree. That's why I still want to have not all my eggs in one basket. I fell into that trap 3 years ago when I separated and going through a divorce. I had to liquidate majority of my metals because I went that heavy into stacking. So I didn't put much attention to my what do you call it? My emergency cash, because I was married. We were splitting the resources. So I was like, okay, let me go hard on metals. So majority of my cash was in metals. So when it was time to liquidate, to take care of some things, I had to cash some of those metals in. So this time around, I want to be a little bit more wiser on my approach. Okay. What is now almost double? Yeah, it is. Do you guys trade stocks or options? I have a friend who is starting to trade. I have not trade as of yet, but yeah, I'm trying to learn, but it is kind of tricky. But I'm learning from my friend Daryl Dominic from the Money Level Show. Okay, $2,500, Mike. Yes, that's for gold. That's a pretty good return if you was stacking when gold was $1,300. Yeah, that's pretty cool. If you would stacked up in gold and got a couple ounces, couple quarter ounces, half ounce, you be looking real pretty right now. Cobra, use a simulator account as a starter. Don't use real money for stock trading. Yeah, you want to practice as much as you can, because I hear when you learn the techniques, when you look at the charts, when you put those puts in, sometimes emotion takes over. So my good friend, he was telling me that sometimes he went against his better judgment because of emotions. I have heard of Weeble. Okay, so this let me talk about this coin right here. We can still talk about it in the chat, and I'll read the comments as I see them come up, guys. If you have any more concerns or any more comments, this coin right here is from New Zealand. 6 pence. This is 50% silver. It's worth about $1.50. Hey Cobra, yes. What's your channel about, JT? My channel is about coin rings and precious metals. I talk precious metals. I started off making rings out of coins. Then I start collecting silver and gold, precious metals. Then I start learning about coins, about like the values and world coins. I just love collecting them. So I kind of do a combination of it all. That's the name, JT Coin and Coin Rings. So it's like coin and rings, Yeah. Thank you, Cobra. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to add that into my live streams to get a little bit more engagement to the channel. So that's what you see me doing now, talking about things that we all deal with, which is the finance aspect, right? And then for those who collect the coins, you see what I'm doing now. Just looking at some coins that you may have in your stack, you may not have, right? And these are some of the things that I like to share. Some of my coins I share is with silver content, and some aren't. Mike Burton says, I have just under 2 pounds in all size bars, from a gram to a half ounce. Okay. I was hesitant to get into face value. It changes all the time. True. That's true. Yes. Is there good coins that come from Asia? That's a good question. Bakunwa Ben Hiro. Good question. We have some coins that come from Asia. I don't have any in my possession. I do have, at one time, I used to have the yen. Um, I have a coin. It was, I think the coin was from Seoul. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I have a couple Asian coins that I made into some rings. I can't remember what coins there were, though. I wish I had a picture of them, but I don't have them right in front of me at this present time. But yes, we have some silver coins that come from Asia, from China. I had some coins from China for sure. They were pretty old. Yeah, the coins go up and down. Yeah, so if you want to stack, you want to kind of stack for, for the weight, and you just want to hold them. I don't want to stack coins that were like themes, like the Marvel coins. I had the Black Panthers, the Captain Americas, the Spider-Man, the Wolverine. Those coins I would stack for my kid, for my daughter, so she can have for a later time. But you lose so much money sometimes when you stack those type of coins. The next time around, I'm going to stack Constitutional Silver and American Silver Eagles and some generics. Yeah. So it's stuff like this. These coins here, 90% silver. I think the 1988 Olympics was in Seoul, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can fact check me. But this is 90% silver. And that's a good thing, Mike Burton. Okay, we're going to go here, look at some more. This right here, 1900. This is a Danish ore. It's pretty, not too old of a coin, but got some years on it. And this is 60% silver. Okay, I love the detail here with the dolphins. I like that. It's pretty cool. This was a gift from a YouTuber who's from New Zealand. He found these coins while he was out doing some coin hunting with his machine. There we go there. Danish coin. All right, so we have that, which is, 60% silver. The first one, the 6 pence, this one here, 1934, that's 50% silver. Okay, then we have this here, 1962 Roosevelt dime. As we know, this is 90% silver. Okay. right? It's one of my favorites. This is a Denver Mint. You know, pretty good detail there. I wonder if you ever seen these clipped coins. Thank you, Mike Burton. I appreciate it. These are clipped coins. Let me show you here. These, I got these from my local coin store. And he was telling me that this right here is when, you know, coins get these type of errors. I've been told by people, this is not real. This is not really a coin. Well, based off my coin dealer, he told me these really came from a mint. But these are the mistakes you see, you know, when the planchet moves. Okay, you see, it's a clip, right? I have another one here. Let me show you how it looks. You know, let's go on the microscope. There we go. Have you ever seen these before? Not many people have seen these. Look on the opposite side. There you go. You're going to get some mistakes. I don't know what year, but I thought it was pretty cool to have all this detail there still inside of it. Okay, so we got some nickels with that. We also have some 1 cent. All right, that's pretty cool, right? Linen wraps. The nickel looks like how the McDonald's workers make burgers. So messed up from the factory. Yes. That was funny. Here we go. Here, it's pretty cool. This is a penny. I'm gonna have to look to see if this is all copper, which I think it is. That'll let you know what year it was when this happened. And somehow made it out. Yeah. Well, I got this from my coin dealer. He's been in the coin business for over 60 years. This coin shop was passed down from his father, and he took over once his dad passed away. If you're ever in Baltimore, you can come to Hartford Coins and ask for Alex and tell him JT sent you. You know, he's still in operation. One of the oldest coin stores in Baltimore, Maryland. Thanks, Lennon. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining my live stream this morning and hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Yeah, so these are some of the coins we have. You see Abraham Lincoln right there inside the monument. So yeah, this are those mistakes that happened at the mint. Which mint, I do not know. But once I saw them, I had to have them. And this is the last one that I have. Another 1 cent. There we go. I believe this is all copper. You know. So, yep, these are some coins that I wanted to view. So there you go, guys. Get your Tom Love microscope. You'll have fun. And this right here is a copper bar, 0.995 silver. You know, people can collect copper. You can collect silver, gold, anything. Just get some metals, you know. All right. Now we talking about coin rings. Now we getting to the nitty gritty. You know, I make coin rings. So today we're going to start the process of making a coin ring. All right. So let's do that. Now, all these coins I have absolutely checked out. Believe me, guys. None of them have errors. None of these coins have varieties. They're just worth a quarter. Okay? So I'm going to show you how I make the coin rings. All right, so we'll start that process. You know, earlier on we talked about the dollar certificates. What you can do, I can send you a dollar certificate. What you have to do is, after this video is over, you want to come back, right? And you want to say dollar certificate, silver certificate in the chat, silver certificate. When this video is over, come back to the comments and put silver certificate. I know that you stayed this long, 41 minutes inside the live stream, and then I'll do a comment picker, pick your name, and I'll send you this silver dollar right to you. And you email me at jtcornrings@gmail.com. Let me write that down. You can email me at jtcornrings@gmail.com. Okay? That's jtcornrings@gmail.com if you're the winner. Okay? So I'll do that after this live stream is over. The winner will win a silver certificate. All right? The silver certificate. And I may also add my channel sticker. Okay? A JT Corn Rings channel sticker. All right? Pretty stick. All right, guys. We're going to start the process of the coin rings. Let's go. All right. This is what we're going to do. This process is pretty cool for those who have seen it. If you haven't seen it before, this is how I make my rings. All right. So we're going to pick this Montana quarter. This is made out of clad. It's not silver. It's a clad quarter. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's clad. I had to make sure. Place that right there. Okay. You come here. You use the Peppy lube. You got to use your lube here, like that. Place that right there. This goes up to the 6-ton press, right over there. And then we go place that right here. There we go. Now, from that point on, we come right over here. And now we take that out. I'm trying to find. Of course, I couldn't find it. Okay. You want to take that, punch a hole right in the center of the coin. All right, just like so. All right, you take this. Now, if this was silver, you want to take these shavings that drop from this coin and you want to collect them. Let me show you what I do with the shavings. All the silver shavings. If this was a silver coin, You collect the silver shaving like so, okay? And you can make something out of it. Usually when I make the coin rings, I give the silver back to the customer. So all that silver, that if this was silver, it will be dropping. I put the silver in a small cassette like this, and I send that back to the customer, okay? And I take the center portion that I'll show you in 1 second. The center portion, I make a pendant for you so you can wear it in a necklace. Okay, so you come here. Let me show you that. Okay. This small portion here, I would turn that to a necklace, a pendant for you so you can wear it around your neck. Just like so. Nothing goes to waste. Just like so. Okay. All right. So the next thing you want to do, you want to clean up as you go. All right. So let's bring it over here. I got to put my Monopoly pieces back. You know, because we got to play the game maybe later on this weekend. Okay. So you want to come here, place my coin there. You want to heat the coin up. This allows the coin to be able to fold. All right. Now I started getting into coin rings around the same time I started collecting coins. And I realized that, you know, buying coins was very expensive. And I'm going to need an extra little hobby in order to afford to continue to pay it, to make them. And, you know, so I said, you know what? I ran across this page, a guy making rings out of coins, out of gold coins. And I said, you know what? I'm going to learn how to do that. And thus, that's where I came from. JT Coin Rings was birthed. And I used my profits from coin rings in order to purchase more coins for my stack. You know? And I start my channel. And I wind up getting monetized through YouTube for the last couple of years that I've been doing this. So, and that's how my channel was born. The JT Coin Rings channel. And I appreciate you all being here this morning. I just got off of work. And here I go, trying to come up with topics so we can discuss. Okay. There we go. You want to start folding your coin just like so. Okay. All right. Start the fold process. You want to put that back. Always put your stuff back. Then you want to heat the coin up again. Hey, Deacon Frost. Thank you so much for stumbling across. I appreciate you coming by. You know, let me know if you got a channel. Let me know if you got a channel. I can come by, stop by your channel. When you come by after the video is over, leave a comment. Let me know if you got a channel, and I'll come by and check you out. You know. Okay, so you want to put that back here because now you want to finish the folding process. Now, this right here is what they call a universal folding cone, right? It's just like the starter cone, but it's bigger, right? And this is for the main purpose of turning the coin inside out. Okay? right. So now you have that. Hey, Marshall, Vincent, how you feeling? I got your message. Saying that you're going to return your ring so I can shine it. Just let me know when you're ready, okay, friend? What turned me on to this from Jake? I used to I started off by collecting American Silver Eagles. I had a challenge from this guy I met on Facebook, and he he gave me information on precious metals. So I wound up following him. I stumbled across some channels here on YouTube, and I always wanted to learn how to make rings. So when I was looking at videos, I stumbled across this technique called lost cast wax. And I was so intrigued by it because I had a friend who made his engagement ring out of gold and diamonds. I said, man, I want to learn how to do this. So I went straight to YouTube. In the process of finding how he made that ring out of lost cast wax, I stumbled across this guy called Skylar Jenkins. And Skylar turned a gold coin into a coin ring. And I said, you know what? That's what I want to do. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So along with talking about silver and gold coins on my channel, I added in JT coin rings, and I started making rings as well. So that's how I started. Yes, lost wax casting. You're right. What's the oldest coin I made into a ring? Good question. I haven't really turned old coins into rings. Maybe the oldest one I can remember right now was probably a Morgan dollar, maybe a Morgan dollar was probably. I can't remember what year that Morgan dollar was, but I think it was like 130 years old. I think I'm not sure. I have to check. I turned it in two rings into one. I took one coin and turned it into two rings. It was a anniversary set for my co-workers' parents. And I engraved the inside to put the date they both got married. Yeah. You want to turn and twist. Now, as you move metal, it work hardens. Even though these are clad coins, it work hardens. So what you want to do is go right back to the heat. Let me see. You can make this bigger. You know, if I had to make it for a particular size, I would make it bigger. But for the sake of for the video, I keep them small. But you can make bigger rings out of quarters, half dollars, 1 ounce coins. Yeah, it's still got a little heat coming from it. All right, back to the ring stretcher. Everybody say hi to Stone Face. Put the stone face emoji inside the chat. I would like you to make me another ring. I forgot how much. Yeah, I start these rings, the clad rings, off at $20, and depending on what ring you want, If you want a silver quarter, I have it on my website, a $50. You know, if you're a returning customer, just email me and we'll put that discount in there. Okay, I'm gonna move that up a little bit. There we go. Turn as you go. I'm gonna turn the ring. Turn it. And as you stretch, that thing will get harder to stretch because the metal, right? So what I want to do now is starting to form. It's turned inside out. Now I'm starting to refine the ring by the detail. So let's go there. Sorry for moving it so fast. The silver dollars are the best and heaviest rings. Yes, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Let me see if I got some bigger coins. Okay, I have a big chunky coin ring here. This is the Chinese zodiac ring. It has the zodiac's animals all around it. This is a chunky ring, right? Nice and chunky. This comes with a pendant and also a chain. Okay. Then I have this one here. This is a chunky one right here as well. This one has, you see the skulls going all around. This is, you know, that's a nice chunky ring for those bikers who like those, you know, the skulls. It's a beautiful ring. I added a patina to it. This is 0.999 fine silver. Okay, made from a 1 ounce round. Yeah, I make sure I keep all the definition still there. Also have one made out of, this one here is the Pac-Man. Made from the Pac-Man coin. You know, this one. It's a chunky one too. So they do come chunky. They do come chunky. And I do have one for those who served in the armed forces. This is for a big finger. This right here is the Army. Okay. So that's a big one there too. So I do make big ones, and I still have to do some refinement. I just make these so people can see. But once I get it, it's going to be clean, buffed, and everything. Yeah. I even have one made from an emoji ring. I'm gonna do a video on that one. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. It's time to refine it. Your fingers are 26. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Just by your ring size, it made me curious because. Okay, so we're gonna go right here. This right here is now. Oh, you from Maryland? You from where I'm from? You from where I'm from? I'm from Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. That's where I'm from. Born and raised. There we go. Bring that down. Okay, now you want to get the other side. Hey, this is dope. I appreciate you subscribing. It means the world. Okay, so now you have the ring. This one here is a Montana ring. Let me see if I get a little closer. Okay, got the Montana. Now, you say, oh, this is kind of dirty. Let me show you how I get all the fire scale off. Put it right here, okay? Because you want to get the fire scale off. I take some wool and just go. Thank you so much. Okay, that takes some of the fire scale off. And then, of course, I have to do some more refining. But for the video, this is what I do so far. You know, I'll go and clean the inside of the ring to make it real comfortable. You know, just like so. That cleans out this inside. Then I come over to the cut edge. And you want to clean out some of the silver. And what you do, that kind of gives it a nice, comfortable fit, right? This is a 2007 Montana. I'll put the pictures of this ring on my community board so you can see the detail. The average price of a ring, I do my clad rings like this one here for $20. With it, you'll get the center portion to make it a necklace. And then if you go, you can get a silver one. The price will be $50, and it goes up depending on the ring. If you get a $50, a Benjamin Franklin, a JFK, a Walking Liberty, if you get one made out of an American Silver Eagle, is a bigger coin. You know, I make rings out of this one here as well. So I make rings out of a lot, any coin you want. If you have coins from your own collection and you want to send that to me, that cuts the price. And all you would pay for is me making your ring and also the shipping and handling. I have people who send me coins all the time. So that cuts the cost. So if you have a coin in your collection, send that to me. My P.O. box is in my About page. I'm honest. My prices are very competitive, and I do great service. And your ring will always be on my list. You can always send it back to get resized. You can always send your ring back if you needed to get it buff, clean, any scratches take out. You send it back to me, and I'll do that detail. So that's my guarantee. Yeah. Yeah, the Walking Liberty is really nice. Let me see, can I drop a link? If you go into my description of the video, I believe, let me see. Did I do it this time? I probably didn't. Usually I do. Let me see. I put the link in my description of this video once it's over. Usually I put it in there. Yeah. I thought it was there. I was probably rushing, but I'll put it in the description as soon as this video is over because it'll pop up in my feed. Yeah, but if you can go to JT Coin Rings, let me do that. Let me go to the live stream. So, guys, you have any questions? Any questions? We can talk about anything at this time. Anything about the channel. If you have a channel, let me know. If you put a video out recently, let me know so I can go check you out. But yes, on my channel, I talk about coin rings and all things precious metal. Okay, this is my website, JT Coin Rings. gawoffer.com. Okay. That's my website. You're going to check out what I do. In the description of this video, I'll make sure I put a link to any ring you want, the quarter, the $half. Okay. But thank you guys for so much for coming in. Marshall Vincent, yes, it did mine. And thank you so much. He said did mine, and the quality is 100%. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And this is the quarter coin ring. Let's see what size this is. Okay. This right here is a 6.5. It's a small. Okay, it's a small one. Now, these I usually also turn these into pendants. Let me show you exactly what else I do with those. I turn them into hearts. This right here is made from a bus token. This one right here is made from a transit token. This is a Baltimore, Maryland transit token. So it's you can put it on a chain, or you can put it, you can carry it. I'll give a nice little chain with it, but you turn this into a little heart. You can also turn these into cowboy hats. I'll do a live stream of me doing that as well. But there we go. So guys, thank you so much. Make sure that you come to the end of this video. I'll put information, the link. If you want a channel sticker before I run out, hit me up at jtcornrings@gmail.com. That's jtcornrings@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description. I'll put that in the description as well. You have a chance to get a channel sticker while I have them. I'm running low, but if you want a channel sticker, I can send it to you. All right. And remember, for those who want to enter to win the silver certificate $1, come to the end of this live stream once it's posted and say silver certificate, and I will do a YouTube comment picker, and you email and I will let you know if you win. I'll send this out to you with a channel sticker. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate you all for coming here. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you on the next live stream. JT Corn Rings, I'm out.